Hello everybody, Mark here, and in this video I'm going to give you a look at my new bike. It's the Harley Davidson Fat Bob 2018 114. So while I do plan to make some videos on several different topics related to the bike, as you can see right now, I am working on putting the Vance & Hines short pipes, the short shots on. So got the tools out. But the first thing I wanted to talk about was, as a middle-aged man with 4 kids, as a family man, friends and other people, acquaintances have wondered why I'm getting a motorcycle again, why I'm buying this at this point in life. So I want to just talk about my reasoning and my thoughts about why I got a bike, and then why this bike. I know I thought through different options as I was shopping for a motorcycle, and there are many different considerations. Do I get a bike? Do I get something else? Do I get something that the family and I can enjoy together more? Or do I get a cheaper motorcycle and get something else that compensates for the family, something that they can enjoy together? So there's a lot of questions that, as a dad, as a husband, that I wrestled with. The tension between, this seems very selfish and self-serving. Should I do something with my family? It's a lot of money. So all those questions. So the first thing is, let's look at, okay, I got 4 kids, and a lot of my friends may be puzzled at why I got a bike. And for me personally, I had several bikes before. So my last bike I had 2 years ago, which was the BMW R9T. It was a cafe racer, and I really enjoyed that bike. I sold it because I needed to free up some spare time to work on my dissertation. I'm working on my doctorate, and I knew there was no way I was going to do any research and writing. If I had kept the bike, I would have found reasons to ride, reasons to tinker, and I just couldn't afford that kind of time tax. So here I am 2 years later, about a third of the way done with my dissertation, done with all the coursework for my doctorate. So I have some breathing room, I have some momentum that I could build, and there's a couple of things that made me buy the bike now. I am moving soon with my family to the East Coast, and being in California, this gives me about a couple of months to enjoy the sunny weather, the perfect riding season here, which is all year. And also it gives me an opportunity to perhaps plan for a cross-country ride, which has been potentially one of the bucket list items that I've thought about for a while. And I guess those are the major reasons that kind of pushed me to get the bike now. I guess maybe last one would be, I didn't want to, having had, again, several, before the BMW, I'm sorry, I'm kind of ranting. Before the BMW, I had a Triumph Truxton. And before that, I think I started with a Japanese crotch rocket. My first bike was a GSXR 750 back in the 90s. So I've been on and off with motorcycles, and I didn't want to wait to get another bike when I was less physically fit, older, with maybe other health issues, or I thought I wouldn't be able to enjoy it as much. So while I still have some good health and fitness, I thought this would be a time where I wanted to enjoy a bike. the other question is, why did I get a Harley, and why did I move from the Triumph, the BMW, to also from crotch rockets to this Harley? Well, I almost got a Harley, I want to say 6-7 years ago, and at the time I pretty much put a deposit down for a V-Rod Muscle. It was a Harley that was not like a traditional Harley, something I wanted. A sporty looking, mean, muscular bike that had some performance aspirations. So again, with my background, kind of a classic cruiser touring bike just was not something I was yet interested in. So, but I pulled back at that time, and then ended up getting a car instead. I got a convertible. So I flirted with the idea of getting a Harley before, but I just felt like there was never the right model that would suit me. And so recently I was shopping for another BMW R9T. I really liked that bike. Almost got another one. What made me hesitate was I got into a car. I was rear-ended, a car accident like 6 months ago. So I've been going through physical therapy for my neck, and so I knew I didn't want a bike that would have me leaning forward even slightly. And the R9T has mid controls and somewhat of an aggressive posture. Not a sport bike aggressive, but aggressive enough for me. So I wanted something more like a cruiser without being a full-on kind of full ape lean back lowrider, which I think are cool, but it wasn't the type of bike that I want to ride right now. Secondly, I wanted a bike that I could do distance riding, touring, if I wanted to, kind of modify the bike and do it. And thirdly, that also ties into the third reason. I wanted to be able to put a sissy bar on and ride my wife or my kids for ice cream or a date, just cruise around town. And for the R9T, that was a little bit of a stretch. I mean, I would ride two up once in a while, but it wasn't too comfortable for them. So this bike really fit the bill. The Harley manager, I was talking to him today, and basically this is like a big cafe racer with a huge motor, very comfortable seat, and I got the sissy bar here. So the sissy bar allows me to safely and comfortably put my family in the rear. So I guess those are the major reasons that led me to get the Fat Bob. And just a basic introduction is that the Fat Bob is one of the lighter Harley Davidsons. Certainly it may be the lightest softail, and it's extremely nimble for a bike that weighs 620, I think, dry. So far I'm happy. I only got about 120 miles on it, but I'm really happy with it. It's comfortable. It has a very neutral sitting position, and I hope to be able to enjoy it, and kind of scared at all the upgrades that are sort of on my to-do list. So that's it for today, and please stay tuned and follow the channel, and I will be putting out more videos on other Varsity Dad topics that relate to all of you fathers, husbands, and just people who want to be a dad, a husband, but also live your life now to the fullest without compromising your commitment to family and your loved ones. So that's the struggle, and that's the passion. So stay tuned, and we'll see you next time.